The 15th largest island in the United States resides in the Alexander Archipelago of southeast Alaska. It is neighbored by Kupreanof to the east and Baranof across the Chatham Strait to the west. The 65-mile-long isle is home to groves of old-growth Sitka spruce, numerous unique aquatic species, and the Alaska Yukon moose. But more than anything, Kuiu Island is renowned for producing some of the largest, most ancient black bears in the world. Due to premium habitat, the lack of hunting pressure, and the access to rivers and streams chock full of salmon every summer, the resident bears of Kuiu Island have every opportunity to grow big and old. Well, we're getting ready to head in to Kuiu Island right now. Today is Saturday, May 11th, and as soon as our pilot gets back, we're going to be loading up all of this stuff that we definitely need and going to be taking off for the island. Going to be getting a camp set up similar to how we do our moose camps and running the shorelines looking for bears. It's going to be an exciting week, and we're really excited for it. So we're at the beginning stages of getting camp set up. We got the tents and the gazebo up. Why don't you tell me what you got going on in here?
Getting ready to make some Jacob's coffee. Always good when you're cold and tired in Alaska.
And Pops is trying to set up a tarp so we can catch some water. We've been having to boil all of our water so far because these creeks are dammed up by beavers, so we're hoping if we can score some rainwater, we can just drink that straight away. So that's the idea. All right, the water catch is complete. What do you think?
What a wimpy shelter this is. Yeah, we'll see. We just figure we don't have far to go to get water, but if we can get some nice clean rainwater. Hey, it's starting to rain. Starting to rain. Right on cue. We are going to gather some water. Here's the spot. And as you can see, it's nice and deep. It's a good about 6 inches deep in the middle there.
You know, if you haven't hunted the ocean on these intertidal areas or aren't familiar with the tides in Alaska, you definitely want to spend some time researching about how to deal with the tides. You hear stories about people getting off their boat or raft and walking up into the woods and coming back and their raft is gone on a windy day. And that's because these tides, they're humongous in nature. You could have your boat anchored or just pulled up on the beach, and a few hours later you'll be on dry ground. So it's something you really need to understand and be aware of.
Doing the lazy man's bear hunt tonight, sissy style. Got the food and the coffee close by, and sitting up here in this virgin rainforest on the coast. And I'll show what our view looks like if you can see it on that camera. It's pretty sweet. We got a nice wind out of the southwest, and saw a moose out on this big flat last night. And actually had one of the big guide boats come in checking it out, so I don't think they'd be here if they didn't think it was a good spot. So hopefully the wind stays true and we see something pop out tonight. It's as good as anywhere else.
As the evening began to wear on and the sun slowly started to hide behind the mountain, I caught movement right on the edge of the timber and spotted a nice bear working down the beach.
What do you think? You got a little closer. Let's just keep moving. See what we got.
We decided to try to quickly close the distance by moving through the intertidal area on foot as opposed to launching our boat.
Down there.
We worked through obstacles that looked way easier to deal with from a distance than up close. and when we finally made it to the part of the beach that we were trying to get to, the bear had moved equally as far as we had just went. We got set up and ranged the bear at 460 yards and realized that we were no longer in the game. So we watched the bear work off into the alders as the last bit of light faded from the sky.
Oh no, failed attempt. This is. Oh, pretty good. The thing that gets you is this. Look, that's the thing that's not there.
After realizing how difficult hiking the shorelines of Kuiu Island can be, we knew that we needed to turn our attention towards our boat. We took our vessel out for a test run to see some of the island while also ensuring that we would be able to quickly launch the boat to make a move on a bear if the opportunity were to present itself. Shortly after returning to camp, we began to prepare our gear for a day out on the water, but Mother Nature seemed to have other plans in mind. The weather took a turn for the worst, and the winds rolled in, followed by a persistent Alaskan rainstorm.
Sure hope these trees all hold steady.
With the wind making the ocean too rough for our inflatable vessel, we were once again stuck hunting the beaches around our camp. When we woke up on the morning of the 14th, we were greeted to a cold sleet, which deteriorated into rain as the day pressed on. We frustratingly decided that we would once again have to hunt the beaches surrounding our camp so I wouldn't waterlog my camera gear. On the morning of May 15th, I was surprised by the sound of my dad's voice exclaiming that he could see a bear. We quickly launched our boat and attempted to silently paddle up to the downwind shoreline so I could make a quick stalk and get into range to evaluate the bear. By the time we made it to where the bear had been, it had already disappeared into the dark timber. We paddled back to camp, enjoying the beautiful weather, while planning our hunt for the rest of the day.
We finally got a sunny day today, so we're heading out. We go see if we can find a bear. We got the boat probably with too much stuff, but hopefully just what we need.
We motored away from our camp and out in search of a vantage point where we could cover a lot of ground to give us the best chance of spotting a bear.
Yeah, it is. That's how you do it.
We set up on a rocky outcropping and started scanning every inch of beach that we could see.
So we finally got a day we could make it to the area that we wanted to get to all along, and we're looking to the north. We can glass a lot of the tidal flats, and I have a good feeling about this afternoon. It's only about 1:30, maybe 2 o'clock at the latest right now, and we've decided we're just going to stay with it, whatever it takes.
I don't know how old an alder lives, but this is the biggest one I've ever seen in my life. Just stand up thinking, this is an alder. Think of the little alders you climb through when you're moose hunting. Look at that thing. Look at the moss on it. That thing is so old. Basically what we're going to do is kind of look over some of the areas we haven't looked over yet. It's still, even though it seems late, it's almost 8 o'clock, so we still got maybe 2 hours till the end of shooting time, I'd say. We'll see.
We were idling about 1,000 yards offshore, and all of a sudden, I saw the unmistakable shade of black that is a big old boar. I began trying to close the distance as quietly and as quickly as I could. We approached the downwind shore and made our landing. I took the camera and the rifle while my dad stayed back and manned the boat. I stalked down the edge of the high tide, out to a point where I thought I would be able to set up on the bear. Seeing this ancient Kuiu black bear up close was a truly humbling moment. I couldn't believe how worn down his teeth are from the many years of living and eating on this beautiful island.
What a beautiful night tonight. I don't know if you can see the views, but pretty awesome. So now we got a little bit of work to do. The more we can do in the daylight is the less we do in the dark. So congratulations. So it's 11:30 at night. I'm not the fastest bear skinner, so Blaine and I, we double teamed it. Blaine probably did most of the skinning, and I did most of the hole punching. But overall, pretty good. I only stabbed Blaine one time, and looks like the hide's gonna need a pretty good fleshing, and turn the feet out and leave the claws and get that head out of there. So we got a little bit of work tomorrow, and still got a boat ride in the dark back tonight. I don't know how many miles, several miles back to camp, and follow the GPS nice and slow, and get a good night's sleep in, and back at it again tomorrow.
After a long night of skinning and butchering, We woke up to beautiful, clear skies, and we wasted no time getting to work on the hide.
Look at these teeth. Now, I don't know about you, but this is why they say go to the dentist. This guy's got broken teeth, teeth that are just worn down. Years. I've aged deer before. I mean, look at these molars just worn down to the gum line almost. I don't know how it is on that side. Pretty worn down. Look at that. Flattened off, broken, gone. But he's still out there chomping the grass, and he came out like he owned that sedge flat. We are down in the final stages of, might not look like it, but of packing this place up. And bear's all fleshed in the salt. We've got the head all cleaned up. Pilot's coming in at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. And then we put everything in reverse again. We get all our gear organized and put back into the totes that I shipped them up in, our raft, ship it back to Missouri, and try and find our way home, hopefully on flight Monday morning.